Thanks for our lower body emphasis today. And so let's get right to it because we have limited time. I want to keep it shorter. So I want you to make sure that you have done a warm-up, jumping jacks, push-ups, some air squats, some glute bridges, anything that you know and you like to warm up properly, because I want the emphasis to be more on the 3 supersets that we're going to do here live. The first one's going to have 4 exercises in it. We're going to go back to back to back. Rest, repeat, rest, repeat. Second has 3. Last one has 3. Again, lower body emphasis, combination of core and legs. So let's get to it. Right out of the bat, we're going to do glute medius, which is a hip stabilizing muscle. And so, real quick. That muscle lays right here. So, on your side, resting, back leg 90 degrees, front leg out in front, toe down. You can see my leg, so I want you to try to think about being perpendicular to your body. So I'm lifting with my toes down, legs straight. My body is pretending like it's up against a wall, so my trunk is not moving. All is coming from my glute medius muscle, my stabilizers of my hip, and that's what's creating the leg lift, okay? Now let's go 45 degrees. If that was 90, we're gonna go 45. I'm horrible at counting because I'm usually coaching like this. So we're looking to do about straight down and a little behind midline, okay? So basically my top leg calf, or knee, is touching my bottom leg shin. We're looking to do about 8 each, 6 to 8. But ultimately, you're going to do what you can do, okay? This is still a workout that's based off of what you can do. All I care about is your form is exceptional, okay? That's what I care about the most. Okay, other side. Mike. Bottom knee, 90 degrees. Top leg, straight out. Oh, man, come on. Sorry. Got all kinds of issues today. 90, foot in, body straight, 8 in a row. Okay, this is right here. If you want your rib cage, because your rib cage should not move during this. Now, for generally, we're doing 20 to 30s in each pattern. Yep, 20 to 30. So regular clients I look to have to do between 10 and 20. But this one right here, huge stabilizer for all sports. Obviously for mountain biking, it's going to play a huge role in providing stability for our big glute max muscle, our booty, to do its job, which is to create hip extension, which is hugely important in our hip hinge pattern, squatting, etc., lunging. Okay, from there, we're going right to a push-up. Again, modify however you need to do it. If you need to do it on your knees, do it on your knees. If you need to do it hands on a bench, do it hands on a bench. Regardless, we're body straight, chin is tucked. Think about the crown of your head and your sacrum going away from each other, so your head should not be down. Straight up, straight down. We always do push-ups. Your nose and chin should be the thing that touches the ground only. Nothing else. You can tell I'm kind of doing it at a slow pattern, but still have super good form. You're breathing normally. Try not to hold your breath. And like riding, you don't usually, except going uphill, but particularly going downhill, get in a pattern tied to what you're doing. So do the same thing in the gym. Okay, now we're going to do a side lunge with a press out. I'm actually going to grab a 10 here. You guys can grab a 10. You can grab a soup can. You can grab whatever it is you want to that has a little bit of weight. I don't care if it's pencil. 30-pound dumbbell. But basically, we're going from here to straight out. Side lunge to straight out press. Straight out press. So load into that hip, into that glute, and then press out. Make sure when you're doing these, you don't get here. You're here. You're upright. Spine is still flat. This will burn the shoulders for sure. This will burn and stretch inner thigh. Adductors or groin, whatever you want to call them. And we're breathing normal pattern. You'll get those biceps going too on this. Looking for about 8 each. And you can just hear my pattern is just continuing, breathing wise. Now, little lower, coach. Come on, Marco. Good to see you, buddy. Stoked you're here, homie. Swiss ball jackknife. I got to warm up this old body, Marco. Come on, bro. So hands on the floor, feet on the ball. Okay, for those of you new to the jackknife, go shins. You're going to pull your knees in, okay? For those advanced, we're going out here. Body's perfect, like push up, pulling in, pulling the knees in, pulling the knees in. Let your lower back round because I want you to almost try to touch your elbows with your knees if you can. Breathing. Big time abs, lots of quads. Okay, we got rest. We're gonna rest for a minute. Drink, breathe. On that set, I got about 78% in my heart rate range, which is nice. It's always good to wear these heart rate monitors too, so you can tell what gym work is actually doing, because remember, as mountain bikers, what makes our training unique is we need to be here to create stress and tension, okay? Just like we do on our bike. So being on a road bike, not a lot of external sources happening at all. Same plane, going the same direction, no feedback from the road per se, whereas that's completely different from mountain biking. So we need to teach our body to handle stress and tension so that we can ride a long ways. We have good endurance, we have strength, everything that we need. 10 seconds. Okay, we're repeating, starting back with the side booty. Glute medius. We're almost there, people. I hope actually not to do many more of these because I want to get into the gym for realsy and do real weights. Okay, come on now, let's burn these things out. Keeping the body straight. This is not just a little old aerobics class exercise here. Best in the world do them, and I guarantee you it would be very difficult for you to do as many as a pro athlete should be able to do. Okay, and then remember on this one, we top leg knee to bottom leg shin. Again, nothing's moving. Pride yourself in being a good mover as far as form. Ooh, that burns. Yep. Switchies. Toe down, upsy downsies. A lot of people, what happens when I work with my clients is they tend to start going down here because it's easier. They're trying to find any kind of range that they can work through and gain some strength in it, which shows a weakness, which means you need to do these, which is why I have them in here. They are harder than they look. Okay, 45. Ooh, yeah. The other thing too, top knee, bottom shin. Ooh, get out of there, ball. Is you should notice which leg is weaker, which burns more. Can be a sign of weakness there. In my case, this left one right now, a little fired up more than usual, because during this time I've been running, which usually us cyclists, mountain bikers, we don't do much. Okay, from there, push-ups. All right, watch this. Time under tension, 3 up, 3 down. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do as many as you can. 2, 3. Here's that tension I was just talking about. Being able to create tension no matter what's happening. Whew, I'm shaky. And if you start to lose form, dropping your butt, lifting your butt, arching your back, rounding your shoulders, then you need to stop. That's what I got. Okay, side lunge with a press out. Lower. Okay, lower. Inside leg is straight, foot stays flat. When I'm out here, this is basically like my squat position. So think of it that way. I forgot my pushes, sorry. Yeah. Lots of glutes. Push off that foot. Use that glute. Push off that foot. Use that glute. Good job. Okay, jackknives. Where'd my ball go? Okay, remember what form you did last time, body-wise. If you want to go advanced, we go double, single, single, double, single, single, double, single, single, single. Do what you can. Do as many singles as you can. Then you go to doubles to finish off with a few good reps. Rep. Sick. Got up to 86% on my Hardy. Okay, rest. Good job. One more set coming up. Yes, leg lifts are good ones. Don't forget during this time, it's great. Half your body weight in ounces, half your body weight in ounces each day. If you don't have to go to work or you're forced to stay home, get as much sleep as you can. Become a professional sleeper. That's what I've been telling all my clients and athletes. Eat clean. We have to prepare ourselves to get COVID. And the only way to do that is make sure you're taking care of yourself and doing the right things. And those kind of 4 things, exercising on a regular basis, all that you can see on my Facebook page. I've posted some of those articles and things. All those things are the things that are going to keep you from getting it. And if you do, like any other disease, your body will be able to withstand it, fight it. You'll get sick, but you'll be better, okay? Okay, last one. Here we go. Working the booty. I think I started on that side first, so this way. All right, let's burn them out more. I'm going to count this time, so I'm going to be quiet. And 8. Two more. Okay, last move. Top knee, bottom shin. Perfect, good job. One thing I can tell you, when we do go back to gyms, people, keep your distance, wear riding gloves, any kind of, glove that you can wash. Wear a mask if you want, that's fine. I suggest bringing some kind of hand sanitizer with you. And definitely be respectful of those around you. And clean up after yourself. Wash down all your equipment that you've used, down to 45, sorry. Wash your hands frequently. Do it before you come to the gym and after. I was on a phone call yesterday with two of the smartest dudes on Pink Bike, who are contributors as well, Johnny and Todd. One of the questions we dealt with was, what should we do? So what I would say, when you go to the gym, do your warm-up and all your accessory stuff before you go there, so you can go there and strength train and do your strength training workout at the gym and then get out. Don't go there, ride the bike and do all those things there. Limit your time there as much as you can. Okay, check this out. We're going 5 down, 5 up if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Obviously, we're going to get less reps than the 3 and less reps even than the ones we started with. 4. The idea in this is to make you tired, and yet you don't suffer with your form or breathing at all. Just because you get tired doesn't mean you start holding your breath. Okay, come on, get one more. Good job. Awesome. Okay, side lunge. Get your little weight action going. Coach Jason Glass. Awesome. Okay, from here, we're going out. Get deep into that hip. Deep into that hip. Remember, people, we cannot breathe through our neck. I just did an Instagram post on that, MTB Minute, talking about how I get, because I've had 2 surgeries in my throat, I tend to start breathing through here in the beginning of rides, and it limits everything on me. So I got to pause. Think about talking low, and that's where I breathe from, is keeping my throat muscle in that low position versus high position. Oh man, I just messed that up, didn't I? And then breathing through the lower part of your rib cage. Think about expanding the lower part of your rib cage. Done. Okay, 83% for me. On that Swiss ball jackknife, last one. I like to mix up the directions that I face so that everything's different. Just like our starting sides that we did. Remember, you can go doubles, single alternating. Single alternate as many as you can. And then to finish, you go doubles. Yeah, 84. Good job, gang. Drink it up. Yeah. Okay, first round done. Got about a minute and a half rest here. And then let's get some dumbbells ready, where we're gonna do some Romanian deadlifts. Okay, just like this, hip hinge dominant, shins stay vertical, because the weight, the mass of my butt goes backwards. Balances. Therefore, I don't have to bend my knee, naturally bends. Okay, the dumbbells are gonna stay close to my legs. I'm gonna go right to about upper shin there. So grab any kind of weight that you want. You can even use bands for that, is fine. Bar if you've got it. Then we're gonna go prone cobra. So we're gonna be laying on our stomach on the mat. And then we're gonna do a Swiss ball hamstring curl, okay? That's what we're doing. The other thing I recommend, one of my colleagues, Jason Glass, gave us some good advice a couple weeks ago that I shared with all of my people in all my pages at Enduro MTB Training. That is one thing to do every day. Go walk. No music. Walk by yourself. Try to get out in nature if you can. Breathe. Contemplate. For me, I pray when I walk. Others like to meditate, but just get some sun. Let the walking be a form of dealing. Is really what his message. So that your your mental complexes, your emotional and spiritual complexes are all in unity, so to speak, and it helps relieve some of the stress that all of this stuff is creating on us right now. So, little tip there from another smart person. Okay, here we go, Romanian deadlifts. I'm going to use 20s because I got them. But again, whatever you have at your home gym or whatever you have access to, these can be bricks, cylinder blocks, you name it. Okay, and I got on here. Really on my bodyweight workouts, I don't care too much about the rep scheme. If you don't have anything, you can do 30, 50, I don't care. But as long as it's your range, your capabilities, and the form doesn't suffer. So from here, my weight goes back, dumbbells come to here, my back does not move, okay? So we have a thing called axial extension, and that is the thought of my top of my head, the crown of my head, moving towards the ceiling, my sacrum or tailbone moving towards the floor, and they're constantly opposing each other. So this is coming towards each other, but I want them to oppose each other, so I'm thinking about lengthening my spine. Stand up, squeeze the glutes. The glutes are designed to do this move, to stand up and squeeze. Upper back, think of my upper back as holding the dumbbells via my arm. Okay, so my upper shoulder, my shoulder blades aren't here, they're taut, they're together. We're gonna do this next on prone cobra. I wonder why, D. Why would we do a scapular exercise after this one? Because I wanna fatigue them a little bit and I wanna place a little more emphasis on that area, okay? So prone cobras. So on this, I'm gonna lay on my stomach. And basically, the position looks like this. My palms are up, my shoulder blades are together and down towards my pocket, just like this, okay? And this is what we're holding. You'll feel triceps, you'll feel those shoulder blades, it'll burn. So I'm down here, my chin is tucked, okay? So I come up together and then pull them down, like my fingers are reaching to my heels. My chin is tucked, and I'm still pushing the crown of my head away from me. Oh, itch. So you should feel this mostly in your shoulder blades, less in your lower back and your glutes. You don't need to arch very high. Keep that chin tucked. Squeezing together and down. Okay, this is a lower trap exercise, which is one of the main stabilizers for the shoulder blades. And we basically hold for time. As soon as you can't hold them together, then you're done, okay? So that should have just made those shoulder blades almost feel like they're cramping, okay? Okay, then we grab our Swiss ball. By the way, this ball is a little small for me. This is a 55, I'm 6 foot, so I need a 65. The exercise balls are sized based off of your height. My exercise ball is at home. I took it home when all this started, so here I am. If you're a beginner, you can just barely lift your butt off the floor. Palms are up, squeezing the shoulder blades into the mat. Hey, there's a theme on this round, isn't there? From here, I'm pulling my knees in, or my heels in, excuse me. Bending my knees, nice and slow. The whole time, this stays, because really all we're doing is the opposite of the deadlift, right? So now I'm hip hinging, except now my feet and my legs are coming towards me versus my torso coming towards my legs. Palms up, squeezing, nice and slow. It's really easy to determine one leg weakness compared to another. My left's always a little weaker because I've had two knee surgeries on my left. but it's feeling pretty darn good considering. And the fact that I'm 51, which is old. Okay, rest. Good job. Drinky. Oh, hi, Rich Drew. So, you guys can join me. Don't forget, there are other options for you at my blog, EnduroMTBTraining/blog. Again, I'm just here to help. If you have questions, I'm very happy to answer them. info@EnduroMTBTraining.com. So use me as a resource for anything, really. Let me help you, you know. That's one thing that I get to do is serve people who need it. So there you go. Okay, a little more at a little rest here. Get that breath, breathe from here. Think about expanding the ribs. The ribs are going to go this direction, not just this direction, but because so many of us live here and go this direction, I want you to focus more on going that way with your ribs. So you can see mine go apart. So if I had a rubber band right here, it would expand the rubber band, right? So think about doing that. Okay, here we go. Romanian deadlifts. Grab whatever you're using, and we'll do it. I'll do it this way this time. You can see I'm about shoulders width. Engage in my shoulders, down to top of my shins. Squeeze it up. If you can get down here like such, with your low back staying flat like mine, you can get down there. It's fine with me. I have the range, so I'm going to use it. Right? I can do this. If you can't, then you don't. You do not get to. You cannot pass go. There is a red light. Just like our lives, right? It's been a red light. It's been stuck on red light for the last 7 weeks. That's another reason why I needed to do these with you guys. Because, man, I'm used to helping people and being around them every day. And I haven't been able to help people one-on-one, so at least, or work out with anybody for that matter. So I get to get, selfishly, 2 birds with 1 stone going on here, helping you, and you're helping me, so thank you. Hinging, butt squeeze. For me, 2 more. Okay. And we go the lovely Cron Cobras. So, one thing that you can think about when doing those deadlifts, okay, let's get this first. Okay, chin is down, palms up, shoulder blades together, down into my pockets. Hold. I'll talk. I'll make this less painful. If your hamstrings are tight, when you're doing those deadlifts, remember it may not be just a tight hamstring issue. It could be a side of the hip stability issue that we started the workout with. It could be a core issue or a stability in the core. So those muscles surrounding and attached to the spine. It could be a glute max weakness issue. It could be a posture issue. It could be a hip joint issue. Okay, so it could be all these things. It could be a sacrum issue in that your pelvis is not, your pelvis is not, so you got your sacrum. Sacrum sits here, ilium. Your sacrum is off. The sacrum is basically the basement of your spinal building. And if your basement is off, we all know that if you have a bad foundation in your house, that the rest of your house above it can be crooked. So things like scoliosis almost always starts from what's happening at the sacrum. So all of these issues can create quote unquote tight hamstrings. Like right now, I guarantee you, most of you who have tight hamstring feeling probably feel this exercise different than where you feel your tightness. Now, that's not guaranteed, and everybody's different, right? There's a lot to be said around what I just said, so it's not an assumption, but you know, sometimes I get upper hamstring tightness, but on those, I feel it mid to low, okay? So there are tons of things that you can do, but just because you have tight hamstrings doesn't mean you have a hamstring issue, okay? So, and that's one of the things that I do. that down, discover what the problem is, because if you've got that here and you're downhilling, you're going to look like this potentially, and that's how you ride. Oh, I can go left really well, but man, I can't go right at all very well, right? So these things can play out in your riding a lot, right? So we can figure those things out by doing physical screening, evaluations, things like that. Okay, resting, we got one more. I apologize, we're probably going to run over a little bit today than the normal time period that I'd allotted for this. But that's okay, because I like my little caveats, my little ventures down untracked roads on different topics that are important. Okay, last one, Romanian deadlift. And remember, you can only do what you can do. But what you can do is, most people deadlift like this, Romanian deadlift, they go forward, right? Go backwards with your hips. Keep your spine flat. Go backwards with your hips. So there's a little more weight into your heels, just to get that feeling of what it feels like to sit into that hip socket, that hip joint. Because really, if you think about it, from my hip sockets up, my entire upper body is folding in half via these giant hip sockets. Okay, so I'm going to stop showing that demo and do mine, which is a little more weight forward, because I know I can get into it a little better. And I like a little more balanced foot position, like still 44 foot on these. But if you need to teach yourself how to sit back, you can go, 80, for example, 20, and that's fine. Just limit your range a little bit on that, okay? Always modify to what you can or cannot do. Cron Cobras, last one here. I'm going to do it this way this time. Palms up, squeeze down into the pockets. Chin is tucked. I'm working my head to the mirror in front of me. Notice too, if you lose one side, like all of a sudden this left side might slide down. That can happen. Work those triceps big time too. The long head of the tricep is attached to the scapula, so that's normal feeling. Hard part too is to keep your shoulder blades going this direction. They tend to start creeping up and shrugging. Oh, and that's when I stop. So if you get that, make sure you stop. Where you go on this? Got our hamstring curls. I'm going to show you from this direction. Show a little different view, because what I want you to see is sometimes what happens is people's feet will go like this. You got to notice and make sure you're straight. Sometimes they'll start going like this because my right side dominates. So make sure you can look down with your eyes and see equal parts of the ball. Palms up, squeezing the shoulder blades in. Breathing. Pulling them in, squeezing the butt. Again, hip hinging, that's what we're doing. I'm feeling this again in the hamstring, my middle hamstrings for the most part, on both sides, which is good. That's where I want them. Good job. Rest. Nice work. Good job, gang. Whew. All right. Yes, guys. Yes, guys. When I say guys, I mean everybody too. Guys and gals. Guys and gals. My peeps. That's what I call you. My peeps. Don't forget to check out my MTB minutes on Instagram. They're not always minutes. Sorry. But hashtag MTB minutes is what I call them. Okay, last one. We're going to do some side planks. We got our mat. We're going to do some single leg squats. So grab a chair, grab something that you can put your foot on that's about knee height or something. I'm going to use the bench here because I can. So I'm just going to move that over here. Right next to where I'll do my side planks. Move that back a little bit. And then the last one, we're going some mountain climbers. I want to do sliders, but they're really hard to do on this surface. So if you're on a surface where you can do like carpet or whatever, and you can do mountain climbers with our good old fashioned handy sliders, our furniture movers. These are great to have for the in-home. Lowe's, 12 bucks, 15 bucks, something like that. But they slide, okay? And they're really good to do feet on mountain climbers. I'll show you just to give you a little. These are the same thing, but a fitness version. Funny thing is, you can see trying to do rubber and plastic, it doesn't work very well. Hey, I'm gonna suffer and do them anyway. You guys can do them on socks on a slippery floor, or the mountain climbers on a carpeted surface. Okay, side planks, reach unders, side plank position. I want your shoulder above your elbow. We're gonna go here and reach under. Here, reach under. Stacked feet, body's in alignment, head is as well. Most people struggle with where to put their head and they typically drop it. So try to keep your eyes on the horizon with your shoulders. Okay, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna do it the back way so you can watch from this direction. Reach under. Remember, elbows under shoulder, stacked feet, knees, ankles touching. Turning my torso on top of my pelvis. The other thing too people do with their heads is they drop them down towards their fist on the ground. Keep it up. You should be looking back and totally forward. Back, totally forward. All right, from here, I'm gonna make my single leg lunge a little harder by having my foot on my mat. So I put my back leg up onto whatever you choose. From here, I'm gonna squat. Come back up, squat, okay? That's gonna look like this, side view. Okay, I'm still hinging at my hip. My knee's going forward. I don't care if it goes over my toe, as long as my heel doesn't come up, okay? So back to here, my front leg. Hope you guys kept going here. Let's burn it out a little bit. Squeeze that glute right now. Quad, quad. Glute, quad, quad. Belly's in, good upright posture. Switch. Also too, like always, squats, lunges. The middle of my kneecap is gonna track over my second toe. It's not falling in. Make sure that back knee bends. Bend the back knee so that you don't get so much emphasis on the hip. All this is a lunge with the leg elevated, making it a single leg squat, hand rest. Sliders. Okay, these are gonna be some work for me here. Plastic on rubber. So you can be forward to make it easier, or harder to make it, or excuse me, back to make it harder. 40 to 50. I will not be able to do that because these things are not going to stick. And the floor is getting hot. So, mountain climbers for me. There goes my glasses. Okay, 40 to 50. 84% heart rate. Sweet. See, so knowing that I'm getting 84% of my heart rate in here, that means I can duplicate very easily downhill runs in the gym. So I can duplicate uphill riding, cross country in the gym. We can get your heart rate to 160, 170 and keep it there in the gym. The cool part of that is, yeah, cardiorespiratory Most of us have what we need to do what we need to do. That's a generalization, I understand. But most of us don't have good posture, don't have good breathing mechanics, are inflexible, immobile, unstable, and not strong, okay? That's all the things that mountain bikers need. So when we work on those things, it actually increases our cardiorespiratory system's efficiency, which makes you better on the bike. It lowers your heart rate. It gives you more ability to ride harder, so that we just don't all have to spend time doing mass intervals and tons of dirt roadie miles on the road. So keep that in mind. Okay. Okay, here we go again. Side planks, reach unders. Gotta fix my mic. Okay. I'm gonna start left this time. Here, under. Get in a rhythm, oh my gosh, rhythmic breathing pattern without tying it to what you're physically doing. If you ever race, enduro or downhill, then if you're in the start, you got your 30-second, 1 minute start, 15 seconds before you start breathing like you want to breathe when you're in your race run. Don't hyperventilate. But since you've already started that breathing pattern, you'll be in it as soon as you come off that start gate. That will make your breathing not an issue when you're in your race run. So like I mentioned in my mountain bike minute Instagram post, and what we talked about earlier about breathing through your throat or your chest, it gets you breathing through your lower lungs, right out before and right out of the gate, so that the one thing that it does is it gets you right in the zone right away, which is excellent. Okay, leg on bench, squats. Last time I started right, going left this time. I'm gonna count. Here's 8. This is where I go from 72 to 80% in my heart rate. I'm watching it change. Still not timing my breathing to my movement. Squeeze the butt, squeeze the quad. There's my 80%. Crap, I forgot to breathe on this one. 3 more, or whatever you can do. Okay, mountain climbers. Yeah, up to 82%. All right, this way. Okay, 50 on the sliders if you can. Quick. Halfway. Ten. 50 goes quick, doesn't it? 86%. Now, also shows you on those that doing a couple finishers at the end like that, cardio finishers, you can easily do. You can get your heart rate to over 80% doing sliders, doing 50 to 100 of those. And it only takes, what, 30 seconds? One more. Uno mas. We're going to do 3 quick myofascial stretches at the end. We'll be done. A couple deep breaths right through here. Otherwise known as alligator breaths. If you watch an alligator, they breathe here and they're whoop. Okay, I'm in green now. Back to it. Side planks, reach unders. By now you should feel your legs for sure, because even in this move, we're using a lot of hip stabilizers. My quads are tight. My pelvis is stabilized by my core, and my core is providing stability for my legs, but they're also statically involved here. So they're still working even though my upper body is dynamically moving. Yep. Switch, do the facing you guys again. This way. Of course, the goal is to reach, get back there as far as you can. If you want to get frisky, come up on your toes, reach back further. Makes it harder balance-wise too when you get on your toes. Can always make it harder on you. I have my ways. Okay, last one. Left. Okay, let's go a little quick on these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 12. Come on. Stop if you need to. 14, 17, 18, 19, 19. Ow. 83%. Whoo! Come on. Meal. And that nap. Oh, this is going to suck getting 20. I don't know if I can. Oh, golly. Oh, yeah, baby. Wow, that hurts. Guess what's going to really hurt now? Mountain climbers, sliders. Big. One more. Big deep breath. Holy shnikes. Go. Halfway. $88. Good job, y'all. There you go, lower body. Stay with me for a second. Thank you. Next time we'll do upper body focus. Okay? Keep a lookout for that. Tuesday, Thursdays, for now. Once the gym opens again, I don't think I'm going to be able to do them because there'll be activity in here. But till then, we persevere. Real quick, don't forget your fundamentals. Half your weight in body weight, half your water. Drink half your body weight in water in ounces each day. Eat clean, sleep a lot, walk, relieve stress. Okay? Make sure you do these stretches because they are important on your backs. I'm going to go Glute Max Stretch. Get my mic here. Crossing right over left. Grab the knee. If you can't, grab behind the leg. Okay, from here, turn your toes out. Get your chin tucked. The battle here is to fight keeping your sacrum to the floor while you gently draw your leg towards your chest. Now, myofascial stretching. This is a deep glute max fiber myofascial stretch. We hold these for 30 seconds and we do 3 sets. First set is 30% effort, switch, same rules. Second set of 30 seconds each is push your sacrum to the floor, gently pull. The more you try to push your tailbone to the floor, the more you'll feel it. Second set is 60% effort, where you're really working more. Last set, I'm working hard on all this to stretch. We do that on all myofascial stretches. There's activity here. Everything's changing. The myofascial lines, the fascia within the muscle belly, and all of the continuity, as Dr. Guy Boyer would say. All fascia is in continuity in the entire body. Okay, so we do a glute max stretch. Psoas stretch. Right leg out in front. My knee is about 110 degrees. Watch my bottom leg. There it is. Kick it out. You might lose your balance and push your ankle to the floor. Watch this. I'm going to hinge over my xiphoid process, the bottom of my sternum, put my arm here. I'm going here. I'm reaching, tucking my butt big time, and reaching slowly. Reaching slowly. Reaching with my arm in a Spider-Man position. The thing on this is to really tuck the butt. Tuck the butt. You tuck that butt, you're going to feel it in that psoas. Okay, next one. Other side, about 110. Leg is out, ankle out. Hinge over my xiphoid process, bottom of my sternum. Relax here. Spider-Man, reach. The crown of my head is going to the ceiling. Tucking that butt a lot. Tuck my butt a lot. Reach. Then I can move forward a little bit with my left knee going over my left ankle. Okay. Yep. Last one. Rectus femoris stretch. This can be on the bench, a ball, a wall. But basically what I'm doing is the same position. Now I'm going to grab my ankle, top of my ankle. I'm going to pull it to my butt if you can. Tuck my butt. Lean forward a little bit and reach. Tucking my butt, pulling my ankle to my butt cheek as hard as I can. Reaching away as far as I can. And tucking that butt. Whoa, tucking that butt. My crown of my head is following the direction of my Spider-Man hand. Tucking my butt. And you should feel that from top to bottom, big time. Other side. Start by putting it on the bench if you want, or a chair. Then grab it, move forward, pull it to your butt, reach, lean forward a little bit, tuck that butt. My head and my hand go in the same direction. Tuck your butt, pull the ankle to your butt cheek. And slowly come out. Okay, gang, good job. Stoked for you. Thank you so much. Info at enduromtbtraining.com is where you can find more info. Programs. Got a free week going on right now with my membership, monthly membership, where you get fresh content. Good timing for this because it's got plenty of body weight moves in there that the public don't have access to, as well as all kinds of myofascial stretching. Regardless, it's going to help you be a better athlete, and that's all I care about. Till next time, Coach D, out. See ya.